And welcome back to the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre, where we are here for the final of the 2020 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series at the home of basketball in Johannesburg. And of course, that is the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. Before we get into find out who will win in 2020, here is a quick list of the history of this wonderful tournament. And look no further than that third line. The Lions have won this tournament 16, 17, 18 and 2019. There will be a new name on the trophy today because the Lions aren't actually playing. And just a reminder of the classification points, how the players are graded. And here's Kevin Smith just to give you a brief overview.
So each player is assessed according to their disability and their ability and allocated points. And they have classifiers that do that, and the one sits on the court just to make sure that all the players are doing or haven't tried to cheat the system. And really it gets all players to actually have an equal attempt at playing in the game.
Two fantastic semis held today. The first one in particular was the proverbial humdinger, a really fantastic game of wheelchair basketball. It could have gone either way. The Koloska All-Stars came out fighting. They were in the black, and this little man, Molete, played his heart out, as did his teammates. Shane Williams was putting up the shots, and he was on call at just about any point in time. And then, of course, that little General Mzaleni just setting up the play for this fantastic team, the Buffalo City Metro Suns. Number 7, Mzaleni, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets named the player of the tournament, to be very honest. It's going to be a tight call, but on show, some very special moves from the little General. And a great pass you saw there, just go straight in, no mistake on the layup. And this game had everything. It was then followed up by the second semi, which featured the Diesel Electric Services Eagles against the Mavericks. The Mavericks perhaps just a bit below par. A relatively scrappy game when compared to the first semi, but the Diesel Electric Services Eagles, well, they'll tell you that they've saved the best for last, and let's hope that that is the case. And let's also wish the Mavericks well in their building. This is a young side that has been put together in very difficult circumstances, playing during the pandemic. And talking of that pandemic, how well this tournament has been run. Our congratulations to all involved, including WBSA and all of the officials. Great little layup taken by the KV in corner number 10 for the Diesel Electric Services Eagles there. And that was just a brief overview of the fantastic basketball that we witnessed today. And here are the results from the semi-finals. The first game, the Suns just pipping the All-Stars in a breath taker, 50-47, and an easy win for the Eagles, 51-20. So, as many wondered, it is going to be the Suns up against the Eagles. That's coming up next. And Kevin Smith will now take you through the team sheets of the finalists.
So looking at the personnel for the Diesel Electric Services Eagles, on the left column there you'll see the starting 5, and the points on the right hand side just next to those names are what they are allocated with their classifications, and the number of points on the court must total not more than 14. And the Buffalo City Metro Suns, we have Junior Mzaleni at number 7. He's the little general who will control this whole team, and does so very, very well, and coached by Mzi Kamba.
And here are your match officials for this very special occasion. In the middle, it's Charles Foster, Zopilo Mtembu, and he's the man on the right of screen. Adam Maroki, he's on the left of screen. And lots of experience in that particular department, and they are going to need that experience because this could be a very, very tough encounter. Game about to get underway, and it is tip-off here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. 2020 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series coming at you live. In the blue, right to left, it is the Diesel Electric Services Eagles, and in the gold, the Buffalo City Metro Suns. And what a great weekend basketball we've had. Teams are tired. It's been very condensed. It's had to be. And here are the Suns, and here are one of the star players. Nearly cost them the semi-final in a controversial sending off for 5 fouls, but this is a brand new game, and that's history.
Yeah, one of those 5 fouls included a technical foul because he had a spat with the referee, but apparently it was a long time coming.
It seemed that way, and it's very unusual because that particular player, not renowned for bad behavior.
Sifiso Gama picking up the first basket for the Diesel Electric Services Eagles.
Well, that'll come as a big shot in the arm because the shooting display we saw in the second semi from the Eagles in particular was not great. And this is Mzaleni, and what a fantastic start for the Suns. So both teams have gone away and seemingly done a bit of homework. Watch this little man, star player, star man. That was Finney-Cook just popping it over. Well, maybe the Eagles did leave the best for last, Kevin.
Yeah,
great start.
Sifiso Gama shooting all the points for the Eagles so far.
And just looking how quickly the Eagles have got back. They are going to protect their zone like their lives depended on it.
They're renowned for their defense, are the Eagles, and the game will be stopped because of the man down. It becomes dangerous. Possession will remain with the team who had the ball. Ayabonga Jim to put the ball in. It's Mzaleni
trying to set the Suns from the top of the key. He's going to try that long attempted pass. Well, it definitely wasn't a shot. It was far too low for him. But plans not going according to what he had in mind on that occasion. And this is Marcus Retief.
They roll the ball in like that because the clock starts now. As soon as the player touches it.
Finney-Cook into Ganyapu. Ganyapu's got a golden opportunity. No problem off the glass for Freddie Ganyapu. And good to see that he's on in the starting 5. Often brought on as an impact player. We always felt that was a mistake. He needs to settle, and he needs to feel that he's a part of that first 5. Psychological, but there it is. Mzaleni checked.
Excellent check from Finney-Cook.
First foul of the game.
Yeah, Finney-Cook apparently committed that foul.
And look at this very strong defense from the Eagles. Mzaleni looking for some help. Lots of attention being paid. And fantastic defense, Kevin.
Yeah, 24-second elapsed. You've got 8 seconds to get the ball out of your half and 24 seconds to put up a shot. So excellent defense from the Diesel Electric Services Eagles, holding the Suns for the 24 seconds.
A different team come out to play here. The Eagles so far 3 minutes down and doing the business. Ganyapo, is he too far under the basket? That ball was checked off his hand. He's got to be very careful of that. And easy as you like.
And Justin Williams for the Suns. Beg your pardon, Yalezu.
That was Yalezu, it was indeed. Jaco Finney-Cook. Waiting for something to happen in the key, otherwise a long shot's going to be forced. And that long shot was forced.
Good to see the Diesel Electric Services Eagles putting more movement into their attack. They were very static in the earlier game.
Oh dear. What class.
A real solo effort.
Jim.
Real solo effort from Ayabonga Jim.
has got that layup absolutely to perfection.
Yeah, that pass wasn't high enough for Ganyapu.
And here is an overlap situation. Trouble for the Eagles. Yeah, wrong option. Maybe should have taken the shot himself. Justin Williams, guilty. So this is the playmaker bringing the ball to the top of the key.
Picking up that rebound, but just unable to convert it.
Jaco van Niekerk maybe not getting the action happening quick enough when he gets to the top of the key. That ball needs to be moving at pace.
The Eagles have got very static in their attack.
Very static.
Easy to defend.
So this long shot will go up and will go down.
Yeah, Sifiso Gama has brought his shooting boots.
I think that's about the longest shot we've seen all weekend from Sifiso Gama, and it's effective. It works. And there is a response. And is there a free shot to come? There is indeed. Ayabonga Jim fouled on the shot. Take the 2 points and try and capitalize now and make it 3.
Sifiso Gama, the guilty party for the Eagles.
And that just gives that slight edge to the Suns. 9 points to 8. Doesn't get any closer. Marcus Retief moved to the top of the key. Sifiso Gama checked on the shot. That'll be 2 free shots coming the way of the Eagles. So Gama, first objective we are given, got to sink one of these at least to keep parity.
Gelezo was the man who committed the foul for the Suns.
Wayward. Ayabonga Jim over the line. Marcus Retief watching him, and a very good steal by the Eagles. They thwarted that attack.
Yeah, Mamfengu picking up that for the Eagles. Sifiso Gama. Looks like Yelezo again. Yeah, it is.
It may have been a good foul. It wasn't on the shot, and it kept the big man away from the basket attempt.
Timeout has been called by the Suns.
Don't let them inside. Even if it means you turn your paper, you're watching them, okay? And then we want you to look at rebound, okay? When it goes down, you take your rebound, okay? You must always look, not inside. Wait, check what campus. Just name as much. Say, I'm up. Say, England, say, I'm up.
But listen, this Ayabonga's getting in. Stop him outside. Okay? He's not quick. He's just lanky. Stop him.
Let's get it.
Because you're locked in your lorry, Dickie. So you heard the feelings of both of the coaches there. Good to see Leon Fleischer still giving wise words of wisdom. And of course there is no crowd here. We are locked down and everybody is in the bubble. They've been fantastically controlled. Hats off to all of the organisers, for everything that's been done in this very sad time. Another opportunity, and this time the Eagles do manage to take it away. Mamfengu pops it off to Van Niekerk, and this is where the Eagles really need to be mobile now. Don't slow the attack down. They've got to move that ball. Jaco Van Niekerk taking the shot by the looks of it, and decides just to lay it off, and that really was a bad decision.
Yeah, it was. Came off the chair, and that set up this basket.
And Ayabonga Jim set that. He saw it, he read it, and just offloaded at the right time. And of course, Ganyapu fell for the trap.
Yeah, committed that foul. Basket counts. Yelezo to have one shot.
Well, that really was a big mistake from Jaco Van Niekerk. Not really sure what he was thinking, but he's got to get rid of that ball quicker. Cannot hold on to the ball at the top of the key. They won't panic, but hopefully they would have learned.
Yeah, it's early days yet.
And again, another mistake. They are so quick to spot the mistakes of the Suns. Ayabonga Jim, he's going to take it off the glass. He's going to take 2 points all day long.
Yeah, just bring it too low for the shot, and the ball taken away from Van Niekerk and finished off by Ayabonga Jim. And a timeout has been called by the Eagles.
A much needed desperation, because that score is suddenly running away. Let's try and hear it.
Who's guarding the first breaks? Because now everybody wants to get into the key. There should be one player. Once the shot is coming from the side, one player must switch up to the top to come and stop those fast breaks. How they do it? Otherwise, no.
Gotta work together on the picks. He's got you in a few times. Work with him, get in the game. Nice and low, you've got to go in a bit lower. He's shooting from late to time.
Still runners.
Especially the quick guys, get back quicker and help.
That was a good call by Coach Aneli Kledi, just to break the rhythm of the Suns. It's Van Niekerk getting it back to Retief.
Yeah, they just need some activity at the top of the key, do the Eagles. Well, another opportunity, and that opportunity taken. Sifiso Gama capitalizing well on some bad handling.
Zeleni just been allowed to get too close, but luckily for the Eagles, he missed.
And I think he just became spellbound there, just wondering how he was able to get down there. So
Mamfengu shooting for the Eagles from the right-hand side, not his strongest side, but putting it away this time.
and we'll be delighted with that. Just had a little chat with him over lunch, and we were just discussing, and he was saying, acknowledging that he's got to work on that shot. We did have our masks on, and we were at a good distance. And this is Jimmy Mamfengu, just leaving players in his wake as he goes. Van Niekerk, if he can get a really good pass off to Ganyapu, Ganyapu can finish it off. So how quick have the Eagles come back? That was a perfect timeout taken. And as you said, Kevin, broke the rhythm of the Suns.
Yeah, certainly, that's what they need to do. And referee just having a word with Van Niekerk. Obviously some chirping happening.
Yeah, this game, it's not for sissies, and there is a lot of chirping that goes on that court. How about that for a pass from Zeleni? On the fingertips. But good defense from the Eagles, very good defense.
Ganyapu acknowledging the foul straight away.
Yeah, Ganyapu, I think that's his second foul. You have to be a little careful, he's quite robust. Puts his heart and soul. Zeleni will set himself up on the side of the court. He's isolating himself. He's going to have to do something.
Mampengo did very well to keep him out.
Particularly well. Jaco Fanuko getting it over the line, making sure that that's been achieved. And what a pass. What a pass from Mampengo. What a basket.
Yeah, that had to be 2 points after that move.
And how quick this first quarter has just flown by. And it's quality basketball, worthy of a final. And of course it is the Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series, 23 years. What a history, what a pedigree. And it just seems to get better. Despite the fact that it's had to be over 3 days.
Diesel Electric Services Eagles are doing very well to keep Mzaleni out and away from the top of the key. That's his favorite shooting point. And coming out to him straight away.
Long shot going up very, very high, lots of air. And this is where the Eagles now need to either make their mind up, and they've made their mind up, and they unfortunately fluffed it, because there's still time for the opposition to come back. A pass like it, unless it's on the lap, you cannot have top spin, because that the chasing player will never reel it in. That ball hits the deck and it's gone. And look at this, Ayabonga Jim. Oh, valiant attempt, not able to put it away. But a very, very stirring first quarter of this 2020 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series final. It is just 2 points in it. It's Eagles over the Suns, 16-14.
The stats at the end of the first quarter: 33% shooting average from the Suns, 6 out of 18 and 8 out of 16. Much better from the Diesel Electric Services Eagles in this match so far. Fouls 4 for the Eagles. They must just keep an eye on that, because that can lead to a lot of free shots. And the game leaders at the moment, Ayabonga Jim scoring the points for the Suns, and Sifiso Gama, no surprise there, scoring the points for the Eagles. And Williams and Ayabonga Jim also doing a lot of work on the court.
Great montage there, guys. Fantastic. Well, Mzaleni would have spoken to his troops, the little number 7. There he sits on the center of the court. And Kevin, what a tournament he's had. He's been directing from all corners. He's been just cool, calm and collected, and absolutely dictated what this team does.
Yeah, he certainly has. It's the number 7 on the Sun side. And we're just waiting for the clock to wind down, because it has to come up, get down to 0. The players were all out on court early.
Second quarter.
But this is Mzaleni, the real general on the Sun side.
Yes, he certainly is. Great control, good wheelchair control, and a respected player. Need that in the leadership.
Bit of a rush pass there.
And the Eagles might think that little mistake is just a little hint of first blood, because they've got an opportunity now. They need to set the play and make sure that the receiver is in a very, very good high percentage shooting position and take the advantage. Well,
Mampengo would probably done better to get that ball out. This is Ayabonga Jim.
Gama did good work. Gama did very good work there, keeping Ayabonga Jim at bay. Sifiso Gama, very deceptive. He's a big man, but he's very mobile. And he was onto that in a flash.
foul committed by Ganyapu, and that puts him on 3. Eagles don't
steal.
need that.
Oh dear, they've given it straight back. Yeah, Freddie Ganyafu is going to have to be very careful. 3 fouls already, and you're barely into the second quarter. They have got the likes of Mahotsi, but they need Ganyafu's height. This will be a 2-shot attempt, and the Eagles, you heard that collective sigh.
That's Mandeville who put that shot up.
Mfengu, great pass. Excellent basket from the Eagles. Excellent play. Well seen by Mfengu. And Ganyafu finishing it off. Slick.
Remember, Ganyapu is a Zimbabwe national player.
Very slick play from the two. Ganyafu just got to be careful there. Sure.
Luckily not to be called there.
Mzaleni is going to take the shot.
Got to put it up.
And
excellent defense from the Eagles again.
The Eagles can be quite happy that Mzaleni just is a little off at the moment. He's normally very reliable. Jimmy Mfengu.
Coming from the correct side this time.
That's it, and that was the shot. Good vision from Jaco van Niekerk.
And a nice channel down the middle of the key for Mfengu.
Van Niekerk coming out to try and thwart Ayabonga Jim, and a foul has been called on.
That's a 4th foul for Ganyapu.
Well, I'm surprised. They're going to need to sub him now, surely. We said get robust, but not too robust. Retief doing well to reel that ball in off the missed shot. It's a long, long way to go. Sifiso Gama, he's not going to miss that.
Sifiso is having a great game.
He's having a fantastic game.
Always need the ball for Mzaleni.
Mzaleni, has he got the answers for this particular outing? He's been a genius up until now. And look at that, Gama knows that that big frame of his just getting in the way.
Chief just giving the shooter a nudge. So it'll be 2 free shots.
Yeah, probably unnecessary because the pressure was on the shooter, and a timeout has been called by the Suns.
Checkouts, Kabebuya saw the first break. Checkanaban, every ball, away went down. No, Bogan went to one. If Mazo Nango was split in, and then Joe Paul. Can you come to Pumila Italian? Ingase phambili kwangena only 3 or 2 so that xa besibetha i-first break nasibe si-ready uyabona because ngoso besibaninzi pha kushiyeke 1 ya baphume.
Timeout over, and Coach Kamba just saying that when they're on attack, just have 2 under the basket there and have the rest back, at least 1 at the top of the key to stop the fast break.
And the Eagles have in fact subbed Ganyapu, unsurprisingly.
Jack McCarthy come on in his stead.
Not a bad replacement, it must be said, because he is a class act when he's on form. Jack McCarthy. Very careful there, Retief. Marcus Retief not able to get back, just not able to take that pass. Here's Mzaleni. considering the options. What a great pass.
Yeah,
Again,
3-second violation. Sun sitting on the blue paint for far too long.
so Marcus Retief will be quite happy about that, having given the ball away and thinking, well, I've just given 2 points away. They weren't able to capitalize. Kavian Kona, for me, probably the better playmaker for the Eagles.
Yeah, definitely. He's more mobile. And
Oh,
excellent shot from Mokotsi.
How about that? Class. When this man's on song, he brings a lot of class to the game. Just flip it out. It's the defense that is so impressive from the Eagles at the moment. They've got the Suns all on the right-hand side, left-hand side of the court looking that way, but they are all bunched. And it's not what the Suns had anticipated. Great defense. Fantastic defense from the Eagles.
Excellent combination the Eagles have got on the court at the moment, because Nkwana had Ayabonga Jim really pinned outside the key, couldn't get in.
So the Diesel Electric Services Eagles calling the shots for the time being. And I say for the time being because there's a lot of time left in this game. And if he's watching, our good thoughts go out to Andy Capistania. We know that you were on call to assist. Thank you for that. And hopefully we'll be able to work together in the not too distant future.
Fanny Kirk going to take the long shot. It's coming up short. Mongameli-Wana for the Suns.
They need to keep an eye on Mongameli-Wana, and they need to keep an eye in particular. And there's 2 points taken by Ayabonga Jim.
Yeah, Fanika did very well just to shadow Ayabonga Jim but not make contact. They don't need more fouls.
Fanika holding the ball like the Statue of Liberty. He sits far too long holding the ball in one hand, and somebody is going to come and take it away from him.
Foul committed off the ball. So the ball just tapped.
And that's exactly what happens. It's not water polo. You cannot pivot your wrist and hold the ball. You've got to get rid of it. The ball needs to do the work. Sterling work there on the defense.
Just putting him off his stroke.
That ball has been well stolen by KB in corner. And if you're going to hold the ball in the one hand, keep it away. Make sure that your body is between the ball and the opposition. Hold it with an outstretched arm. Do anything, but do not offer it to the opposition. Oh, just a little short there, Maphengu. Well worked. KB in corner picking up a loose ball. Good steal.
Yeah, he read that well. Shot's just going a bit flat now for the Eagles.
Well, he has a golden opportunity. Both of the Suns were too close. Under the basket, you cannot take that shot. You've got to get it out. So don't get any points if it goes in the bottom of the ring. Oh, great basketball. Just not able to sink it though for Nikirk. Otherwise, that would have been special.
I think the Suns have just got a bit rattled.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking at that and thinking, what are we doing here? We saw something similar in an earlier game where there were just 11 seconds to go and all they had to do was hold the ball. And they threw it out of play and nearly forfeited the game. Maphengu. Oh no. Forced error. Unforced error. KB in corner. He's got time. Somebody's got to get that ball up quickly.
carrying, which is unusual. Normally it's Mzaleni. Yeah, traveling, taking too many pushes. You're only allowed 2 pushes, then you've got to bounce the ball or pass it or do something. You cannot take another push.
And those are the signs of a team that is becoming slightly rattled, Kevin, is the 3-second violations, and then the traveling. Basic errors start creeping in. And try the little flip pass and it doesn't work.
Just
3 minutes.
corner, just having a pit stop there, changing a wheel.
3 minutes and counting in this first half of this final, this grand final at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. Everybody says it's my ball, but the ball has gone the way of the Suns, and Mfengu is saying get back quickly, telling his teammates let's just get back, get that lager. Look at Fanuko pushing out Mzaleni. Mzaleni's met his match on the key, that's for sure. And here is a golden opportunity. This surely.
Yeah, 3-second violation. Just trying to do too much, or just trying to get control of the ball.
So that is the second time in a very short period of time that the Suns have been caught for that 3-second violation. 3-second violation is when you are sitting on the paint. Simple. You cannot sit on that opposition paint for longer than 3 seconds. You've got to get out. KB in corner. It's come to life.
Everybody else is static, and he's trying to tell them what you should be doing, and quite rightly so. But
this has the hallmarks of last year's final. The Eagles were way up against the Lions at the time, and the Lions came back and bit them. So we'll have to just wait and see. There's a lot left to go in this game.
No rebounders in there for the Suns. So easy for the Eagles.
Mahotsi over the line, so first mission is accomplished. Jack Mahotsi, what is he going to do? He's going to flick it back over the top, and this is Retief. Marcus Retief. Well, how many times have we seen him do that over the years? Happy, sad, you're never sure. Just a lovely guy.
Yeah. 2 backflip passes, and Retief finishing off nicely.
So the Suns got a lot of work to do now. They are giving this little man no room, and that is key.
A lot of harassment from the Eagles.
KB in corner doing some sterling work. Fed it off to this very, very mobile number 7, Jimmy Mfengu. And Mfengu off to Jack Mahotsi under the basket. Oh dear, what class.
A great drive for the basket by Mahotsi.
Eagles unrelenting at the moment. One just wonders what happened in that second semi-final. Their shooting was abysmal. I think this is probably so far the highest shooting average we've had in any game this weekend, Kevin.
Yeah, it looks like it.
We'll see that when we see those halftime stats, but I suspect that we'll be pleasantly surprised, somewhere up in the 40s, I would imagine. And a long shot going up from Mzaleni. Well, very tired by his standards. 7 seconds and counting. One would think that the Eagles will just bring this ball in now. They'll just bring it in, keep the possession, don't give any opportunity for the opposition to score, and maybe, just maybe, sneak in Mfengu.
Let's put it up.
Well, he did put it up, but that is the halftime hooter, and how quickly time flies when you're having fun. Fantastic first half, great entertainment from both sides, but it is the Diesel Electric Services Eagles who hold the ascendancy at the moment. And there's the breakdown. 14 points to 2. The Suns only 1 basket in that game. And the net effect, halftime score, 30 points to 16. Welcome back. we're still in the break of the half-time, and just a reminder, it's 30 points to 16 for the Diesel Electric Services Eagles over the Buffalo City Metro Suns. A very strong half from the Eagles, 14 points to 2. Who would have thought? And just a quick look back at some of the action. This was Faniko getting it through to Ganyapu. Ganyapu is actually off court at the moment with 4 fouls, languishing, but he's had a very good outing. Physical, so it may have been. Ayabonga Jim, fantastic little layup. It's his trademark shot. Every one of these players has got the shot that they prefer, and that's his. And again, the ball moving to the side. We've seen some great shooting from the big burly Sifiso Gama, and he's made a big impact in this game, that's for sure. And this was a mistake. Faniko just giving the ball away and made to pay. And the same thing had happened again. They literally stole the ball from the back of his hands, and you cannot do that with a team like this, particularly with a form player like Ayabonga Jim. He'll punish you every single time. And again, Gama with an attempt. Gama picking up his own and then fixing everything. And then he'll say, oh, well, I was just winding the clock down, ref. Second bite at the cherry. It's always important that it works. Ganyapu. And Jimmy Mamfengu, what a pass that was. Finding his way to Gama. Fingertips straight to the man. Jimmy Mamfengu having an excellent game today. Ganyapu. That's what he's capable of. The Zimbabwean national player, been playing his basketball in South Africa for a long time, very loyal to the Eagles team. And Mamfengu, his favorite side, off the glass, happy coach. And look at this concentration on the looks of KB in corner. Got it to Makhotsi, and Makhotsi said, well, you know what, I'll just pop it in. So a game so far being dominated by the Eagles, and it's quite a surprise because the form of the weekend has really shown that the Suns are the form side, but the Eagles have come out to play. They brought a very strong defense, and it's been very hard to penetrate. Let's have a look at those halftime stats. Kevin Smith.
So the figures at the halftime, you're looking at a 23% shooting average for the Suns, 7 out of 30, and 2-pointers for the Eagles, 15 out of 32. So just under 50%, much improved shooting from the Eagles. Fouls still high on the Eagles side, they've got to be careful of that. Turnovers, unusual for the Suns, 10. And the Suns game leaders, Ayabonga Jim, the top scorer, and Mzaleni and Mangabeliwana helping him. Sifiso Gama, no surprise there, being the top scorer, and ably assisted by Faniko and Nkwana.
So we've got 2.5 minutes left in this break. And what would the coaches be saying, Kevin? Certainly the Eagles coach will be quite happy, just leave things as they are.
Yeah, I don't think you need to change anything from the Eagles side. I think they just need to keep the pressure on the Suns. The Suns have to find a way to break the stranglehold that the Eagles have on particularly the two players of Mzaleni and Ayabonga Jim, because the Eagles are doing that very well. They're keeping them out of the game and putting a lot of pressure on the rest of the players.
Talking of Eagles, one's just swooped in. So the match officials just watching on, very disciplined. And here is Mr. Eagle. Well, I assume it's a Mr. Eagle.
Now, if you use your imagination, I presume.
And
Z Kamba, he's the coach of the Buffalo City Metro Suns.
Yeah, he's looking just a little flawed at the moment. Is Coach Kamba is normally very, very animated and just obviously wondering, what are we going to do here? And there is the team talk between the two very mobile, tall players, enthusiastic players, and very good players.
Ayabonga Jim facing us, and Mongameli Wana with his back to us.
It's Justin Williams taking a little breather out of the chair. And there you see Junior Mzaleni just trying to calm the troops. And it looks like a happy bench at the moment for the Diesel Electric Services Eagles. Flapping their wings already. It may be just a little too soon. They need to remember what happened last year. Learn from that lesson. At the end of the third, they were steaming ahead, and then the Lions roared and came back and bit them. Well, the Lions won't be roaring. They're not in the tournament this year by choice. Their choice, that is. And the Eagles have got it all to do now. They have to really show their mettle. Third quarter underway at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series Final 2020.
Kotsi putting the shot up. Not this time, but tidied up by Nkwana.
Tidied up very quickly by Nkwana, but ultimately stolen by the Suns. Here comes Ayabonga Jim. He's being watched, and there's an overlap, and that 2 points will be taken with ease.
Yeah, better work from the Suns this time.
Sloppy from the Eagles. Their opening move.
Yeah,
They needed to get back very quickly, as they have been doing. They left 2-on-1 at the back there, so that's the second basket missed. Another opportunity, though the ball has come out. Marcus Retief just offloading to Jimmy Mamfengu.
Across the key to Jack Mkwatsi. Van putting up the shot, fouled in the process, so he'll have another one.
And that wry smile tells you that that's exactly what I meant. I meant to get the 2 points and, of course, draw that foul. Mkwatsi did well.
Ayabonga Jim, the man committing the foul.
Van dearly wanting to put this free shot away, and does.
It took a lot of time over the shot, and it paid off.
Yeah, you've got to set yourselves. It's a lot harder than it actually looks. How many times a top able-bodied basketball with all the height, the 7-footers in the NBA, and we see them missing the 3-pointers. So from a wheelchair, when you're right down there, it's just that little bit harder. And Mzaleni.
Yeah, good pressure from the Eagles again.
There goes a long pass. This is going to be who wants it, and Mamfengu able to reel it in. Great play, and that will be a foul called.
Yeah, it certainly will. Ayabonga Jim again.
He threw everything at it, did Ayabonga Jim. He knows it, and this time he's not going to argue with the ref.
Backline put in by the Eagles. Out to Jack Mkwatsi. Trying a long shot. Not coming in that time. No rebounders from the Eagles, but Mzaleni controlling for the Suns. Mamfengu putting a lot of tension in.
Good pass across the key, but they're going to have to do something very quickly because that clock is ticking.
It's Mongameli Wana. Not happening.
Still not happening. Wow. Finally, something does break.
Yeah, it's Ayabonga Jim. Eventually put it down for the Suns. A timeout has been called by the Eagles.
Wena, leqisa kaloku xa uphuma nge-first break. Suskeyitya leqisa, yabo? Lapho uskeyitya ngobatshayisa. James, angaboni into enzima apha, it's only 5 baskets. Angaboni into etheni apha. Asikayi indawo, abakayi indawo abantu aba guys. It's only 5 baskets, ne? Jonga. Ulimele edolweni mfo ndini lothi esandleni. Eagles.
And I think you would read the lips of Leon Fleischer there saying, just get back on that defense. That defense needs to be as rock steady. So there's not too much change overall. Virtually level pegging on the score sheet in this third quarter. It was a big quarter for the Eagles, was the second. Marcus Retief nearly having that ball just popped out of his hand.
Got to put the shot up.
Okay, he's got to go very quickly, and
It's been given.
it was marginal, but
It was really tight. Yeah.
it was very tight. Be very interesting, but as tight as I think the motion of the shot had started. That was probably the how lucky for the Eagles that that shot just balanced and then tipped itself out. So a healthy lead now for the Diesel Electric Services Eagles.
Mokotsi again.
Wild by his standards.
It's gone well,
Wana through to the far side. And the Suns, it looks at the moment, given that the Eagles have got the measure of the Suns, their defense is holding out and they're forcing the shots way outside of the key. Very rarely are you actually seeing one of the Suns players penetrate and get themselves onto the paint before the shot goes up.
Yeah, the defense of the Eagles is holding. They must just continue with this. They don't need to change anything.
Certainly don't need to change anything. How slick was that? Maybe in corner. That is the kind of basketball he can play. But an excellent pass from Mokotsi.
Yeah, saw Nkwana driving down the key. Nkwana to the deep.
Something has got to happen from the Suns.
Big gap down the middle of the key for Zeleni. Didn't convert. This is Nkwana.
He needs to take his time. Wow, one-way traffic at the moment. And in time to come, I suspect that teams may say to the Eagles, oh, well, there were only 4 teams in that tournament because of COVID. But playing this kind of basketball, I think it would be very difficult to take the Eagles. Let's listen to the coach.
The moment you started speeding, you were out of control. Now you are playing your game, moving the ball up and down, opening up space. That's good basketball. Let's get it right. Let's not lose focus at all. Not lose focus at all.
Jimmy. 1, 2, 3.
Eagles! Let's get it right, guys.
So what Coach Cleddy was saying is that the Eagles are playing good basketball because they're moving the ball around, and that's what we've said all along. And it's actually a trademark of the Suns to move the ball as much as that, but the Eagles are doing it well.
They are doing it well, and it's also notable that Finiko has stopped holding the ball up in the air, a la Statue of Liberty, and he's taking possession and holding it a lot closer to his body. Well, this little man, Nene, he was the impact player that came on the other day, and he just seemed to blast his way through and quick 4 baskets. And that made things start happening, and something has just happened from Mzaleni. He'll never give up. It's had an amazing tournament thus far, but is this one a bridge too far? We'll know in the not too distant future. KB in corner, looked like he was going to set a shot. Don't know why he didn't take it. Well, that's why, because he knew that Mokotsi was available just to do exactly that, and Mokotsi.
Well, the game plan is obviously for Mokotsi to be set up on the side. If something else comes, then that's fine, he'll pass it.
Just a little bit of a decoy, perhaps. Mzaleni, suspect that he's looking desperately for somebody to offload it to. And long pass going up. Well taken. Just about well taken. It just was a little too far for Mumfengu. So Faniko doing well to stay on the inside of Williams, not allowing him in, and Williams having to do something quite special.
Time's ticking away. They've got to put the shot up.
So the shot went up on the buzzer, 30 seconds. And the Eagles will be delighted because that took a big chunk out of the clock. And there's two things that the Eagles need to do now. Stay focused, obviously, on the baskets. Make as few mistakes as possible, but most of all, try and count that clock down. Hold on to the ball, quality possession.
Yeah, use your 24 seconds. Mzaleni. Shepherded out by Retief. Running out of time again. Gonna have to put the shot up. Foul committed though. Corner committing that foul.
And something just jogged my memory there, Kevin. You saw it as the ball fell short of the basket. One of the Eagles players just flicked it up off the glass. I once saw that many years ago where one of our own players put it in our own basket and it counted for the opposition.
Yeah, it does.
Somebody shouted, "Shoot Potty," and Potty did.
Mangameliwana is picking up that foul on Makotsi. Going to have two shots.
So Makotsi needs to round off this number and give them a very healthy 20-point lead that they can take into the final quarter. There's still 3 minutes though of this quarter, and he's exhausted. Not surprised. Takes the first. Not able on the second. But it stays an Eagles ball from the side.
Yeah, it looks like it was classified as an unsportsmanlike foul.
Maybe in corner, why not?
Yeah, just do that. Three-pointer.
Just because you can. Is this a three-pointer?
Yes, it is. It's been allocated three-pointer.
Easy three-pointer.
And he was out.
Easy 3 points. So it's all falling apart for the Suns. Before this game, the Suns led the log. And one would have put perhaps safe bets on the Suns, but the Eagles came out with a different plan. So Yaka Faniko will pick up that rebound. Gives it to the playmaker, the appointed playmaker. Now this was a smart decision, Kevin, giving the playmaking back to KB in corner.
Yeah, because he's very mobile and he's actually played in that position many times for different teams.
Faniko checked again. He needs to learn that that's not safe.
And a pass to nowhere by the Suns.
So in corner, this is what he's doing. He's just going to look at that clock. He's got 19 seconds. It's now down to 14. Unforced error by the Eagles. Picked up again. And the clock will start again. Faniko picking up his own rebound.
Yeah, better on the second attempt. Hitting 3 out of 8.
And what's significant here as well, the Eagles over the years have been known to have for some reason, a slack third quarter. Well, they didn't take any feet off any pedals for this quarter. They've just kept it going, and the charge that they brought from that first half has been as solid as a rock.
Seconds again, held for the 24 seconds. Either the Suns aren't watching the clock. Mzaleni seems to not know what to do.
Very unusual, because he has been a star player. But who would have seen this coming from the Diesel Electric Services Eagles? Slick, accurate, sort of accurate.
Good pressure here from the Eagles, doing a half-court press, and picked up the ball courtesy of Marcus Retief.
Oh, great play. Seeing the right man in the right place and then starting it all over again. How cheeky is that?
Yeah, get out, because it wasn't on. Nampangu just not able to convert.
If that had been a basket, it would have been the basket of all baskets, because every player had touched that ball in the movement. It was very, very special to see. Somebody's got to come out to Nene. Eagles players doing well to retrieve the ball, and
always somebody to pick up the loose ball,
and that's so important. KB in corner, and then unforced error from in corner. Faniko trying to clean it up. It's just seconds available now. Williams, and that is the end of the third quarter. Eagles doing an unbelievable job of just stopping the Suns playing basketball. It's as simple as that.
That's exactly what they've done, Andy. You're quite correct. They've just defended them out of the game.
17 points to 6 in that particular quarter. 47-22 is that halftime score at the end of the third quarter. It is a huge mountain to climb.
Stats at the end of the third quarter. The Suns shooting at 23%, 10 out of 43. Won't be happy with that, but it's really because of the defense of the Eagles, and the Eagles hitting 21 out of 49 attempts, 43% average. Very good from them. Fouls this time still very high on the Eagles side. Ayabonga Jim, the top scorer for the Suns, and helped by Mzaleni and Williams. Sifiso Gama still the top scorer for the Eagles, and Faniko, Nkwana and Nampangu doing the work off the ball.
Lots of chit-chat going on the benches now.
Guys.
A very G'd-up team,
Guys,
the Eagles at the moment.
same intensity, Chuck. I'm close. Same intensity. We don't lose focus. Same intensity. We don't lose it. Let's get it right now. Okay? And guys, our reaction team now. Our reaction straight to you.
The final quarter of the 2020 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series is underway. Under very difficult circumstances has this tournament been run. Under big lockdown, players all in the bubble. We're in the bubble, everybody's in the bubble.
Good work from the Suns there, breaking the key of the Eagles and pulling back 2 points. Some corner.
Yeah, we've seen stranger things before, Kevin, and the Eagles cannot slack off. And look at that pass from KB in corner. What a fantastic pass to Jaco Faniko.
And that shot from Faniko as well. He was actually behind the backboard.
KB in corner, he is right on the money. He would have been one of the players certainly in line for player of the series because he's had a great series. Great vision. It will be an interesting call to see who takes that crown at the end.
Makotsi looking for somebody to pass to, nothing happening, so
just take two.
Put it in the basket. Bonga Jim carrying this time. Bonga Meliwana just not able to pick it up.
Yeah, he lost concentration for a second there. Batted straight into the hands of Mamfengu, who sets KB in corner. En route for the basket, big overlap, great play in corner. That's how you play basketball.
Yeah, that had to be a basket.
That is how you do it. There was an old song, That's the way you, I do know that song. And that is exactly how you play basketball. KB in corner like lightning. Well, if the Suns were looking for a lesson on how to change tactics and how to change your play, it's been brought to them. Because in that earlier game, the Eagles really didn't look the part. But boy, they come out.
Yeah, messing around a bit too long there. Donnie Smith not watching the clock. The Eagles held for 24 seconds.
And Donnie Smith a little bit like Marcus Retief, you just don't know. That look.
The timeout has been called by the Suns. You just see the body language of the players here. It doesn't look good.
Listen, now we're playing for pride. Let's lose Bonagani, Lomdala, Lusenzani. I understand it to me, but now, Sugar Pension, please, Miguel Lakeripole, because they're fresh, I understand. And then just assist him, please, okay? We've got nothing to lose, score Siambi. But let's chin up, guys. Let's play for pride, please. Okay, guys, say game then, don't leave it at the end of the day. See, I can't number 2. That's something we should see, okay? Come on, guys, let's play our game now. Okay, team? Sure, guys.
So one would suggest by that team talk that the coach has basically accepted the fact that this is a bridge too far. We've seen some astounding performances from the Suns over the last 2 days. They've gone into games that have brought extra time. They've won those games. They've been exemplary, but something happened here today, and the Eagles made sure that the Suns wouldn't have it their way.
Again, the pressure, pushing the ball away from the basket, forcing the long shot.
And even the long shots aren't dropping, and then of course that leaves the gap. And then Mamfengu doing well to hold off the other player, giving Faniko the open shot.
Yeah, always working in pairs and doing very well with it.
Mamfengu just there, off screen. And Faniko, absolutely no barriers, no obstacles, straight through. Mzaleni, well, he's run his day, but he must still be a contender for the player of the series, as is this man, surely. And of course, there must be a few players that are in line. And it's taken to all the games prior to the final.
Yeah, then I would say Mzaleni is a very strong contender.
He certainly must be. I would also rank the likes of Shane Williams. Must be up there somewhere. KB in corner could be up there somewhere. Sifiso Gama could even have a look in, because when he's been on the court, he's been very influential. Faniko, let's not worry about that right now. Let's worry about what is happening in front of us. 6.5 minutes to go.
Easy shot missed there by Ike Monty.
Yeah, that's what you would think, is that the three-pointers may start coming into this game now, because the only way the Suns are going to make up this deficit is by doing something very special and very quickly. Dilly-dallying with the ball, and then not even getting the shot away anyway, is actually going to make no difference.
And even the three-pointers, they're going to have to rein them in to make any difference now.
They will have to rein them in as if a thunderstorm just crept in, which we desperately need as well.
So the Eagles now just using the time. Three-point attempt from corner, just not coming off. They still retain possession though.
So the Eagles can start the clock again. What a luxury to have this big lead and then just pass the ball around, look for the right man, try and set something up.
Yeah, just trying to get it to the big man, just overcooked the pass a bit. It's Wiseman, Dlamini.
So Dlamini on for the final quarter. I wonder if we're going to see the likes of Ganyap fullback. He was benched with 4 fouls. He had played very well up until that point. Well, there is a basket for the Suns.
Yeah, and Van Niekerk actually did well because he's sitting on 3 fouls, so he doesn't want to go off. So
and there's no need right now.
Yeah, just let him go.
Because 30 points are a lot of points to make up to take that lead.
Yeah, Sifiso, not Sifiso Gama, Wiseman and Dlamini fouled on that shot. So he's got 2 shots to take. Sepoyo the guilty party.
Wow.
Must be that plastic.
So the lead is now 30 points. Make it 31. Make it 31 points. Every one of the Eagles players has come and played his part in this final at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre, and it has been nothing but a pleasure to watch. Fantastic defense, great offense. Game played with a very good spirit, and the Eagles have basically done it all. They lead by 31. Who would have thought? There were talks that this was going to be probably one of the closest games of the tournament, and we've seen some seriously close games.
Yeah, Ike Monty must just be careful that doesn't be called a unsportsmanlike foul. Naya Bonga Jim. And it has been. I would have thought so.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So 2 free shots and then possession for the Suns at the halfway line, or from the sideline.
And the one thing the Eagles don't want to do, Kevin, is kind of wind this game down now with a substandard performance after what we've been treated to.
Yeah, exactly. They've got to keep the pace up. Timeout being called by the Eagles.
Jakubona ngoba stretching sakho lenza uthi hayi uyakhala ngoba stretching sakho lapho muthi ke uyakhala but they've got 2 points there.
And here comes the Eagle just to check on his chicks.
But squint.
I mean,
Don't worry about your foul.
play your game.
I hope that Eagle suit has got some refrigeration, because it is a steamer on that court. And running around. But it's all in the spirit of the day and the spirit of the game, and certainly the Eagles will be very, very proud of their achievements and of course of their sponsor, the Diesel Electric Services, and how loyal they've been to this Eagles team. And finally there's payoff. It's payback time. Team to sponsor.
Seems to be a bit of an issue at the table that we're just waiting to see what is going on there. And Wiseman Dlamini has actually gone off the court. Freddie Ganyapu has come on in his stead for the Diesel Electric Services Eagles.
Very technical these days. There's so much electronics and Bonga Jim kind of showing just the feeling of the Suns as he ambled out to take that ball from the match official. And Bonga Jim through to Wana. What a great little pass that was. That is great basketball.
That was a fantastic basket.
Breathtaking.
More of what we're used to seeing from the Suns.
Breathtaking basketball. Moment of glory there. Take a bow.
Corner.
Yeah, he's just going to wind it down. There's no need to do anything else. Long shot going up. And the Suns back in possession. Is there going to be a flurry of baskets from them? Don't think there's enough time, to be honest, but at least they can go out with their heads held high. Not that they can't, they've had a great tournament. Look at that from Mzaleni right across to the percentage player. And
Mongameli Wana.
A little bit of respite now coming from the Suns. We've seen what they're capable of doing. Avian corner. Is he going to do that three-pointer? Donnie Smith.
Now 3-second violation by the Eagles this time. Freddie Ganyapu.
Eagles just a little sloppy in this period of play.
Yeah, they've got to keep the pressure up. They've changed the combination quite dramatically, so it is a change, but they've still got to keep that pressure going. Better moving from the Suns.
This will be another 2 points. Should be another 2 points. Is another 2 points. It's not another 2 points. Ganyapu manages to get rid of it in corner. He's being watched and just dodges his way around the tall frame of Mongameli Wana. Jaco Faniko.
Just a bit of a wide pass. Donnie Smith, a low pointer, unable to haul it in.
So this game will be followed by a very, very brief prize giving. We won't have the normal pizzazz, obviously, with all the restrictions. A couple of awards to be quickly given out, as well as the 2020 winners announced. And then due to scheduling time and other issues, the playoff for bronze, unusually, will be played post this game, and that'll be a delayed broadcast, and of course that'll be between the Mavericks and the All-Stars. All-Stars very lucky to have been pipped for their position in the final. But a feast of basketball this weekend as a result of the COVID pandemic. We would normally run this type of tournament over 12-odd weekends. A couple more teams, obviously.
Monty putting that one away.
Monty with a great big grin.
And the Eagles doing the best thing now. They're using their 24 seconds right to the last second. That's what they need to do.
They do need to do exactly that. The game is won, and enjoy it now. Just enjoy those moments on the court. Enjoy holding the ball, the possession.
Ganyapu shouldn't actually be putting that ball in, not that it really matters now. He should be already there trying to get into the key.
Of course he should. He should be right under that key, looking for the rebounds, doing the work. He's now setting up a screen, and again, that's not his job. How did KB in corner pivot? But this time, Ganyapu ball batted out of his hand.
Yeah, still the possession of the Eagles.
One minute left in this 2020 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series final, and 1 minute before the Diesel Electric Services Eagles can start some form of celebration. It'll be muted, clearly.
Eagles getting back very quickly in defense.
And while we're still on the air, just to say to the camera crew, the producer, and everybody who's worked so incredibly hard, 10 games in 2.5 days is not for sissies. And congratulations to everybody. The cameraman staying focused. Why would you want a timeout with 26 seconds to go? Is it just to show your players that the board and say, look guys, look at this, here comes the Eagle.
We have got 26
flying
seconds.
in from the side.
Heavy. 26 seconds on the clock. Now, let's move the ball around. Let's move the ball around. No pressure, nothing. It's just only controlling the game.
Break the key here.
Move the ball around.
6 seconds. We move the ball around until there's 6 seconds, and then you guys break. If your three's on, take your three. And him, if he can't take it, you can take it.
This side. Front. This side, eh? Hey, Charlie!
Well, 26 seconds to go.
Yeah, and what Coach Cleary is saying, that just move the ball around, use up the 24 seconds, and if there's an opportunity for a three-pointer from KB in corner, then he must take it.
But I really don't understand the need. There is a healthy scoreline. They lead by 29 points, and the players just probably want to enjoy the last seconds and savor the moment, and this is what they're doing. Just passing the ball around, and the Suns have surrendered completely. Donnie Smith not able to do anything, and there is it. It is the final whistle. Look at the players, they are absolutely delighted. The Eagles have been bridesmaids how many times over the years? They have only won this competition, I think, twice in their history, but the Eagles have prevailed this time, and a fabulous performance. They came out, they played magnificent basketball. They counted the Saints in every single department of the game. They blocked out Mzaleni. They knew what a threat he was. They didn't allow him to control the game. They had such a solid defense.
Yeah, they certainly did, Andy. They blocked out Mzaleni and Ayabonga Jim, neutralized that threat, and that was the end of the game for the Suns. And they're just applauding the sponsors who are sitting up in the box.
And that there you just see the jubilation as the teams are lining up. As we've said, there will be a very, very short ceremony just to acknowledge. And so for the confirmation then of the score, here it is. A resounding win. Who would have thought? The Eagles trouncing the Suns 59 points to 30 and clean sweeps in all of those quarters. The first was very close, and then it was all about the Eagles. 59 points to 30, and here are the stats.
The full-time stats. The Suns hitting 14 out of 56, a 25% average. And 26 out of 63 attempts for the Eagles. Very good from them. Again, still a high foul count for the Eagles, but they managed to contain it. And turnovers, big problem there for the Suns at 18. Steals are pretty even at 9 and 8. And then the game leaders, Ayabonga Jim, the top scorer, Imzaledi and Wana also helping there. Sifiso Gama, the top scorer for the Eagles. And Kwana doing a huge amount of work on the court and was the ball carrier as well, ably assisted by Van Niekerk and Mamfengu. But at the end of the day, the Eagles really came out with the right game plan. They neutralized the Suns' top guns, and that was the turning point after the first quarter.
An epic tournament, and all huge thanks to our sponsors. What I need to say is congratulations, Eagles. What a magnificent comeback. Okay, and performance from the Suns, absolutely amazing. I'll take this opportunity, please, to hand over to Wheelchair Basketball's Director of Human Resources, Ethics and Transformation, Mr. Sibongile Fondini.
Thank you, CEO. Greetings to you all, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocols observed. Mr. Saunders, I'm amazed. The work of this particular championship had begun in June, and the delivery by today of a very successful championship under very difficult circumstances is worth giving a very good round of applause for all the efforts put together. Thank you. As a national federation responsible in terms of making sure that we run this competition safe and successful for each and every single individual that has come through to this facility, we have done what was expected of us in as far as the compliance is required and was expected. We've had no incidents where we had to worry over the last couple of days, and I wish to thank each and every single one of you for making this possible. Basketball will continue. I am not necessarily CEO going to make a long speech. Today was an amazing day. Wheelchair basketball has been a winner, but I want to highlight some of the most people who made this possible. Obviously, all the people that have contributed in terms of making this championship a very big success. Again, Mr. Saunders. Obviously, starting with the whole staff that has been working all of these months building up to this competition itself. But most importantly, the SASOL technical officials, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure where they are, but these are the group of people that have come across the country to make sure that they deliver this competition without any problems. I want you guys to please give them a very good round of applause. Sweet Pineapple caterers have been outstanding with the catering that we've been provided throughout the period that we've been here. Oripi Hotel, head technical security and paramedics, ladies and gentlemen, they've done a wonderful job. Please, let's give them a very good round of applause as well. The cleaners, ladies and gentlemen, they've been outstanding. Compliance required that we make sure that this facility is kept clean at all times, and you must have observed every single time when you were coming in, they were there even at the door, even on the court, making sure that they follow whatever that is necessary. It's important that we also give them a very good round of applause in terms. Mandeville Sports Club cannot be forgotten. We thank them so very much, Mr. Saunders. JM Holdings and transport supplied by NPK Tours, we want to thank you as well. Machube and Sons, Pretoria North Disabled Club, we all thank you. And Mr. Saunders, it is important that we highlight these people. But most importantly, a very, very special, colleagues, a very, very special round of applause is to our sponsors. And a big shout out should go out to the 23 years of Supersport sponsorship. For 23 years, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very long partnership that we really, really appreciate as Wheelchair Basketball South Africa. And for 18 years of Vodacom support, we want to thank them as well. They've been part of us each and every single competition. 13 years of Sasol, they've supported us all these years. They've supported our national team. We want to recognize their support in each and every event of us. The two sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, are also very much special to us. They've supported us through and through, Mr. Saunders. It's Diesel Electric Services and Kelosa. I want us to give them a very good round of applause. We further thank those that have come and given us their support. I will hand over to the CEO to give us a very, very words of special appreciation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fondini. We also just want to recognize three people that have been here from the start. Mr. Andy Scott, who started the Supersport series. Thank you very much. Mr. Kevin Smith, all the years that you've been commentating in the background, apart from the fact national player, played national team for many years, thank you very much for your service. And of course, somebody that's always in the background, you never see, but is always there, Mr. Sean Everett, who was also from the beginning with Wheelchair Basketball and Supersport. Thank you very, very much. Right, let's go into a quick accolade. There's a gentleman that has played 31 years of wheelchair basketball. He started as a young man. In fact, he started approximately about a year before I began refereeing wheelchair basketball. 31 years of dedication. This gentleman is now retiring. This was his last tournament. I would like you to put your hands together, please, for Mr. Ralph Williams. Ralph not only represented the South African national team in 2 Paralympics, which was the Sydney and the Beijing Paralympics, but he too has represented his province for over 28 years in provincial team. Not only that, but he's also taken over now the reins of coaching manager for the Western Cape. Mr. Ralph Williams, thank you very much for your service. And on behalf of wheelchair basketball, a vest that came through from London. Thank you very much indeed, sir. Thank you. You may go. Most Valuable Player Award. We evaluated over the 4 games before the finals, and there was only one gentleman that excelled amongst everybody else. Okay, runner-up was Mr. Shane Williams. Unfortunately, Shane, this year you did not make it, but please put your hands together. From the Eastern Cape. Minutes played, 170 minutes. Field goals scored, 37%. Free throws, 45%. Total rebounds, 44. Total assists, 19. And total steals in the game, 17. Your man of the tournament, most valuable player, Mr. Junior Mzilini. Thank you very much indeed. The 4th place winners will receive 12,000 Rand cash prize. 3rd place, 24,000. 2nd place, 48,000. And your winners and champions of the 2020 Extraordinary Super Series, 60,000 Rand cash prize and trophy. Mr. Marcus Retief, please come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, in the background is the 23 years of trophies from Supersport Series. Thank you very much. Safe journeys and stay safe. All the best.
And those are the 2020 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series. The Diesel Electric Services Eagles holding that trophy high. The prize giving obviously is a very muted affair due to the conditions. And what a weekend of basketball, what a wonderful final. As we see the players very proudly holding it up. And a fabulous final. And from everybody at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre, from the camera crew, the producer, and from everybody, it is goodbye until 2021.